Hi, welcome to Scotty's Playtime. I'm Scotty. My last video came out 18 minutes of herky-jerky blank bull. I mean, if you just listen to the audio and don't pay attention to the video, it's a great video. So what I've had to do until I get my new RAM and reload the good recording program, what I've had to do is lower the definition of my recording. So last time I covered Trump's desire to have for-profit companies run migrant detention camps. I'm sorry, but we know what they are. They're concentration camps. They were concentration camps for Japanese people of Japanese descent, not Japanese people, but people of Japanese descent living legally in the United States as U.S. citizens during World War II. That's what fear brings us. Hopefully they will not get to the point of the concentration camp's final solution that Hitler had, but Trump has been known to be a fervent follower of, or fervent, I should say, lover of authoritarianism and strongman leaders like Putin, Kim, and Viktor Orban. You know, Kim Jong-un type that he claims are brilliant and smart because they make everybody obey them. They make everybody obey them. That's what he likes. Obey me, fillet me, praise me, and you're my friend. Say anything bad about me and you're the enemy. But if you say a whole bunch of bad things about me and then turn around and say a whole bunch of good things and get on your knees and in front of me, I might forgive you and make you a cabinet secretary, member of my cabinet, like Marco Rubio, to name one. Okay, so today I want to talk about Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense. And to do that, I need to go back to something here. Give me a second to find it. That's all Giuliani. That's Trump. Here we go. Nope, that's... I did not save. So I'm going to have to do this one off the top of my head. Never a good thing when I'm doing videos. However, Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense was a Fox News host. Yes, he was former military, but in all honesty, the guy never made a career of it, did he? And he made stupid statements like on Fox, I have not washed my hands in 10 years because I don't believe germs are real. Is this really the guy you want running the military? Trump picked him because he was out of central casting. He looks like the part. That's the way Trump does everything. He's a salesman. He's a TV addict. He likes that alderation that comes with TV and being on TV and all that. So, what about Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense? All right, we've already covered he's a Fox News host. And we covered that he doesn't wash his hands. Now, let's talk about his time in the military. Well, before we get to that, let's talk about him personally. He's covered with tattoos, yet he's a Christian nationalist white supremacist. The Bible does say not to mark your skin, but he did it anyway. And he's quite proud of them. And some of them are, shall we say, not politically correct. So, and by that I mean they represent hate and division and stuff that is unpleasant. Anyway, he's a Christian nationalist. He wants a Christian nation, a theocracy, but he's on his third wife. He preaches the Bible and how everybody should live by the Bible, but not him, apparently, because he's on his third wife. He hates diversity. He once said that diversity is strength, or strength through diversity is the most crazy, ridiculous thing he's ever heard. And I had all this queued up. I don't know where it went, but I apparently closed it out accidentally, because I have a bunch of stuff up here that I wanted to talk about. But I can talk about him off the cuff. He thought Gitmo was totally fine and the treatment of the prisoners was great. He thought the mistreatment of the prisoners in that Abu Ghraib prison was wonderful. After all, they're our enemy, right? So we should degrade them and abuse them the best way we can, with as much force as we can. Because might makes right in his mind, and his God is not a loving God, it's a vengeful God. So, now we get down to, I've already talked about his diversity comment. Well, what does that mean? A large part of the military is non-white. If he's going after the non-whites and doesn't want them promoted, he wants a separation of the military, like it was back in the 40s. I'm trying to think of the word, and I can't really come up with it. But he wants a segregated, that's the word, segregated military. After all, whites are far better and supreme than any other color. And I'm not even going to say race, because we're all the same human race, and I get tired of that crap. White is not a superior skin color. It just is something. Just like being born black, brown, yellow, or red, or any other color. A purple people eater is just the color you're born. Has nothing to do with your intelligence or your emotions or your abilities. But not only does he want to segregate the military, and alright, he'll start off small, just let's not promote these people, let's promote those. Yeah, they don't have as good test scores, they don't have as good results, but let's promote the white ones instead. You know, because like Stephen Miller says, any job that someone of color has is a job a white person is denied, regardless of talent or ability. Alright, so his other thoughts on the LGBTQ community. well, let's just say they are worse than his thoughts on non-white people. He wants to totally rid the military of gays, trans, lesbians, all the other non-cis straight people. Do you understand what this would mean? This would mean gutting our military force at the same time that our our new president-elect is putting Russian stooges, Tulsi Gabbard, in as director of national security. She will have control over all the intelligence agencies. She will know the assets, how intel is gathered, where it's gathered from, and who is gathering it. And all that information will be directed back to Putin. She often repeated his stuff. She's been photographed with him and with his surrogates. She is controlled or Putin loving, and she is a national security risk, but Trump is going to give her control over all our intel agents. Now, where is Putin getting his support right now? From China and North Korea. Not exactly our friends. And now these people are going to demand those secrets that Gabbard and other members of Congress and that are beholden to him will be passing on. Yes. All of our intel, all of our military secrets, everything we know and can gather is going directly to our enemies. I have to remind you, in the period after Trump left office, that he had all those secret documents, all those intel files and military intelligence. The U.S. lost more intelligence assets, agents were murdered than ever before. They were all killed because somehow they were discovered. You put the connection together. The man who may have given that information to Putin is now the new upcoming president. Scary thought, isn't it? So he wants to get rid of all the gays, all the lesbians, all the LGBTQ+, all the trans, and demote or segregate the blacks from the military. Well, that's 60% of your military right there, easily. And now add to that Trump has started a commission headed up by former military high-ranking officers. I think you can guess one of them, Mike Flynn. These people will be in charge of suggesting which officers currently in the military would be disloyal or would not follow illegal orders that Trump wants to give. Think about it. They would not do something illegal. They would not use military troops against U.S. citizens, which is what Trump's goal has always been. He wanted it during the Black Lives Matter protests, and he wanted it during when he wanted the streets cleared so he could do his little promo in front of the church. You saw how they went in and abused people and reporters just so he could have a photo op. By my dogs that love gravy, let's hope none of this happens. But they're planning to purge the upper military ranks. And that's Dictator 101. You get rid of any opposition in the military and make the military swear its oaths to you, not to any constitution or rule of law. Trump wants a military beholden to him. I don't think he'll get it, but that's what he wants. Excuse me, I got a terrible itch. So anyway, it's sometimes the long hair gets in there and irritates my ears. But anyway, so that's what Trump wants. He wants complete control, and so now you're gutting the upper military command structure, which is really important and has all the best knowledge and information for fighting a war. You're gutting the military personnel, and you're giving all of our military secrets and agency, our CIA and other intel agencies, our intel information, sorry, I had a slip there, our intel information to our enemies. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, and the last thing, I wanted to talk about him just so you understand where he's coming from. He is a Christian national fanatic. He proudly wears his cross and he throws it in everyone's face. Remember, he's on his third wife, but he's got tattoos all over him, and he does not follow the teachings of Jesus. He follows the teachings of a vengeful God from Leviticus and the Old Testament. That's his God, not the modern Christian Jesus. He don't like him. He's a brown, communist, foreigner, people-loving, caring for everybody, feeding the poor jerk in his mind. So, our new Secretary of Defense is an extreme white supremacist Christian national fanatic who wants a theocracy and who wants to gut the military to make only white people in charge, while at the same time thinning out the upper rank structures to make sure they're loyal to a cult leader. What could possibly go wrong? Anyway, thank you for watching. This is Scotty's Playtime. I'm Scotty. As always, for everybody, hugs. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. I wish I could edit it, but that software is not installed yet. For everybody, best wishes. Because I do. I wish the best for everybody. And for those that want them, my warmest hugs. And I had an off button here somewhere.